Hello, my name is Carolina Vasquez, and today I will tell you about how we chose our technique number 3 for the CACU assay, and that was the ELISA technique. So after doing exhaustive research about different techniques that could help us diagnose and treat CACU, we came across two big ones. These were ELISA and Western blot. Since they are both based in the same dogma, in the reaction between bodies and antibody, it all came to the decision of seeing how we wanted to detect these antibodies or whether we wanted to find how we wanted to find it. Also, we had to take into consideration the Mexican context. Since the ELISA say it was possible to make several analyses simultaneously, and the Western blot this was not. Also, taking into consideration that the ELISA say is less expensive. This, with the context, fits a lot better in the Mexican area because there's not a lot of money in Mexico, and the HPV virus happens a lot. So that's why we opted for ELISA, and it has a great sensitivity, which means that the results will always be reliable. In this case, we have to take into consideration everything that went through. So both P53 and RB, known as tumor suppressors, these are also helpful for the detection of HPV, since it depends on the expression of oncogens E6 and E5, and these will bind to the proteins, the enzymes that I previously said. There are several kinds of ELISA assays. We decided that the ELISA assay, the sandwich, was the one we could use and it would work the best because this is a double antibody assay, which means that it conjugates to the proper antibody and the enzyme will bind to it and it will help us to quantify the specific antibodies and the amount of antibodies that will be found in the walls. There are several processes, like the way to do this. So first, the walls are coated with a capture antibody and it's blocked. And this helps because then the sample will be added to a microplate so the walls can coat to the antibody and it can incubate. The incubation is very important because then you're going to start tagging the antibody to the specific enzymes and this will not be able to be removed. So to know the amount of antibodies in the blood, what it will be necessary is that the enzyme substrate will be added to the whole process so we can see if there's a correlation. If there is a correlation in this situation, that will mean that it's positive. And if there's not a correlation, that it means that it's negative. This makes it very sensitive, better than other ELISAs. And it'll help us know how advanced the disease is and how we can help the patient treat the disease. Also, it is very, very good for Mexican people.